solving few questions based on the strategies which will be applying throughout your preparation for the data insight section. The structure of the session will be understanding the overview of the GMAT Focus Edition, which you might have understood. We'll go through it. Syllabus, which all topics we have to study. For the GMAT Focus Edition, with respect to data insight, scoring, how does scoring work, adaptive nature, and so on and so forth. Quickly looking about this. Data insight, the type of the questions which come on the data insight, that would be discussed here. Strategies, important things with respect to the questions. You'll be getting 1.5 to 2 minutes to solve each question. Broad preparation plan, how you should be studying. If you have any questions during the session, you can unmute. With respect to the point which is discussed, if you have any generic questions, that can be discussed at the end by unmuting or typing in the chat box. Now the structure, we know that data insight, that has data sufficiency, multi-source reasoning, table analysis, graphic interpretation, and two-part analysis. 20 questions, 45 minutes would be given. Quant will have problem-solving type of a question, 21, 45 minutes again. Verbal, your comprehension and your reasoning skills would be assessed. 23 questions, 45 minutes again will be given. Total exam time, that is 2 hours and 15 minutes, excluding one break. That is of 10 minutes. So including break, that comes out to be 2 hours and 25 minutes. So 3 sections, that is quant, verbal, data insight. You can start in any particular order according to your strength and weaker areas. There are 6 choices before the start of the exam. So you can choose any particular order and the exam would be in that particular option which you have selected for. There will be optional break either after first section or after the second section. Use your break wisely. That helps you a lot during the exam. Adaptive nature, the test is going to be adaptive. Everyone starts with a very, very easy medium level of the question, the first question. First correct, second difficulty level increases, the score increases. Similarly, if I do not get correct, difficulty level reduces, the score reduces. So test would adapt to the test taker's performance. That is the adaptive nature of the test. First few questions are going to be easy and medium. So your target should be to get a good accuracy on these questions. Why? Because everyone else is getting a good accuracy. If you do not get a good accuracy on the first few, the overall difficulty level of the exam reduces and chances of getting a higher score reduces. Now the sectional scores and the overall score. So you'll be getting 3 sectional scores, quant, verbal, and data insight, in the range of 60 to 90, 60 being the minimum, 90 being the maximum. Separate individual scores for each section. Overall score starts from 205, goes up to 805 with an increment of 10. So you'll be getting 205, 215, 225, something around that, and last 805. So that's an increment of 10. $700, which was the initial classic edition score, 700 plus, that was 90th percentile, which is equivalent to a 645 plus on the Focus Edition. Your quant should be 84 plus in order to reach 645. The sectional score cutoffs, it should be 84 plus. Verbal should come out to be 83, around that, and DI should be around 81 plus. Now the topics which you have to study broadly related to numbers, everything around numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers, factors, multiples, HCF, LCM, algebra, inequalities, linear equation, quadratic equation, exponents, arithmetic, ratio, proportion, speed, time, distance, rate and work, statistics, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, normal distribution, permutation, combination, probability. Now starting with data insight section. What is the type of the question which comes under data insight? Let's understand that. Now just see. Under DI, you'll be getting 20 questions. These are of two categories. One are data sufficiency questions, and the other are known as integrated reasoning type of the questions. Data sufficiency from 20 on an average, you can expect 8 questions, and IR, that is integrated reasoning, on an average 12 questions. It depends on the accuracy and the adaptive nature of the test, how many questions you get. Average comes out to be 8 questions here and 12 questions here. The type of the questions which come under IR, that is multi-source reasoning, two-part analysis, table analysis, and graphic interpretation. So these are the four type of the questions which come under the IR category of the type of the question under data insight. You can expect almost 3 questions on an average, 3 questions here, 3 questions here, 3 questions here, right? It could depend on the difficulty level. You might have a one question here, three here, four here, and something around two here. Yes, Divya, the recorded session would be there on your portal. You will get the recording. So there are five type of questions under data insight. That is, one type is data sufficiency, and the four subtypes are here. So these are the five type which come under the data insight section. Okay, dear. Okay, let's understand now each type of the questions which are there and what are the features of each type and how you can expect the questions from each type of the question, these five type of the questions. Now, starting with the first type, that is multi-source reasoning, which is also known as MSR. Here, the information will be presented in the form of the tabs, similar to your Excel. So the moment you click projections, something around projections will come. Goals will give you the data related to goals and budget as well for this particular question. On the right hand side of the screen, there will be on an average 2 to 3 questions or 2 to 3 subparts. Let's say this is part A, part B, and part C of that question. So the information to answer the questions is there on the left hand side, questions are on the right hand side. In order to get the complete question correct, all the parts should be correct. There's no partial marking if one of the part is incorrect, or two parts are correct, or three parts are incorrect. So no partial marking. In order to get the complete question correct, all the parts should be correct. Second, that is table analysis. Here you will be getting a table, and this feature, which is a sort by option, when you click this drop down menu, you can arrange the fields with respect to number of views, percentage change views, number download, percentage change download in ascending or descending order to answer the question according to the requirement. This is an image, so we'll not be able to have a drop down here. But when you click according to relative field, you can arrange the data in ascending or descending order. Having said that, again, all the parts should be correct in order for the question to be correct. Third type of question which comes under data sufficiency, that is two-part analysis. Here the feature is that you will be getting the information in a form of a paragraph, one or two paragraphs, generally short paragraphs. You have to convert the English to maths, understand, and then solve these two questions here. Let's say if the Nelly's salary for one working day comes out to be J plus N, you'll have to click the radio button here. The other radio buttons would get deselected in that case. Similarly, for combined salary for 1 week, let's say if JN is there, you'll not be able to select the other parts. Fourth type, which comes is graphic interpretation, that is GI, wherein the information related to graphs, charts, bar chart, line chart, histograms would be there. Two subparts, and the options are there in the drop down menu. 3 to 4 options will be there. You'll have to select the correct one in order to get the answer, the particular question. So that is a graphic interpretation type of a question. Next type of a question, that is fifth type under data insight, that is data sufficiency type, wherein you'll get a question and two statements will be there. Followed by 5 options. Clear till this point? What are the type of the questions under data sufficiency, under data insight? What is the scoring? How does adaptive nature work? Shall move to the next one now. Perfect. Okay. Let's try a question based on data sufficiency, and then we'll be doing few questions with respect to strategy. Is x greater than 3? First option, first statement, x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. Statement 2, x minus 3 into x minus 4 is equal to 0. Option A, statement 1 alone sufficient. Option B, statement 2 alone sufficient. Option C, they both together are sufficient. They are alone sufficient. They are not sufficient to answer the question. Okay, ending now. Attempt whether it's correct, not correct. The more you attempt, the more you remember. Okay. Option D is most favorable with 67%, 33% with option E. Option E is the correct answer. Let's understand why and how. Not E. That is, let me see, that option A is the correct one here. Let's understand why and how. It states that is x greater than 3. Now from first statement, x is either 2 or 3. Now answer the question. Is x, that is 2, is 2 greater than 3? That is no. Is 3 greater than 3? That is no. Right? So from first statement, are you answering the question? Are you getting a definite yes or definite no as an answer to the question? You are getting a definite no as an answer to the question. That means you are answering the question. First statement alone is sufficient. Understanding second statement, x is equal to 3 or 4. Now answer the question. Is 3 greater than 3? No, 3 is equal to 3. So answer is no. Taking 4. Is 4 greater than 3? Yes. Are you getting a definite yes or definite no as an answer? Sometimes it is yes, sometimes it is no. You are not getting an answer to the question. That means second statement alone is not sufficient. Option A is the correct answer. Clear with this one? Shall move to the next one now. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Now let's understand. Okay, this one. Okay, ending now. Last five, four, three, two, and one. Okay. Option B and option C. Okay, let's understand why and how. Option B is the correct answer. Now, what's the strategy on a graphic interpretation or data insight type of the question? Just try visualizing. Visualize the solution. Let's understand. It says that the given chart shows the employee breakdown, number of marketers versus number of programmers at six similar sized companies in a particular market, internet market. All six similar sized management teams are not displayed. Non-management teams are displayed. Okay, so here non-management teams are there. That is marketing green and programmers purple. And there are six companies on the y-axis. That is D, E, F, J, P, and T. Just use the initials, that will help you. Otherwise, the names might be quite difficult at times. Question says at P, at this company P, there are approximately how many more programmers than marketers? Just see, visually seeing programmers are more than the marketers. That is, purple region is more than the green region. And how much is purple region? More than the green region that is required. So just see, this first block of green is equal to first block of the purple. They both are equal. You just have to find that how much is purple more than green. Second is equal to the second block here. Third block is equal to third block here. Half here of green, half here of green. So that means purple this much is more than the green region. Ten here from 70 to 80, 10 here, 20, just more than 20, let's say 22. That's our correct answer. Option B is the correct one here. Not done a calculation, just visually seeing that purple region was greater than the green region. And how much was purple? That is just this portion. That was the question itself. So try visualizing. The more you can visualize, you can get to the answer quickly as compared to doing the normal calculation. Clear how to visualize and get to the answer? Shall move to the next one now. Perfect. Good going, guys. Good to see. This one. Ending now. Okay, let's understand. All options equivalent. Option E is the correct one here. Let's understand. Your strategy has to be approximate. On the DI section, you will get a calculator. Just on the DI section, you will have an option of using the on-screen calculator. The operations here on the calculator are going to be very basic: plus, minus, multiplication, division, square root, and percentage. That's it. These 6 operations. But using a calculator takes a lot of time. Why? Because you'll have to use the keyboard or the mouse to type in all the numbers which you have to multiply or divide, or any operation which you have to do. So use the calculator very wisely. Let's understand. It says at J, approximately what percent of non-management employees are marketers? So if we can just visualize it, marketers, that is green, is more than 50% of the total. Green region is more. So option A, B, and C are just eliminated. Visually seeing, it can't be the answer. Now, what are the calculations? If we understand how many marketers are there, so percentage of marketers are required. Out of total, let's say out of total 92 employees, there are 65 marketers. So that means percentage of marketers into 100%. So that's your answer. Either at this point, you can use a calculator or see to it that just D and E options are available now. Option D, that is 66 upon 100. 66%, that is 66 upon 100. You require 65 upon 92. So the denominator, your requirement is 92, not 100. That means it can't be any time option D. Only what is left is option E. Numerators were almost equal. Denominator which is required is 92, which is very less than 100. So it can't be option D. Therefore, option E. So start visualizing, at least eliminate the options and do the calculations using the calculator only when required. Clear how to visualize and approximate the answer, get closer to the correct answer. Shall move to the next one now. Perfect. Data sufficiency here. Okay, ending now. Let's understand. So option C and option E. Let's understand the correct one. That is option D is the correct here. Let's understand why and how. Now, a lot of questions will require you to create cases. Okay, so that's your strategy, to create cases as much as possible. If you leave a case, it might happen that you get a incorrect answer. So try creating cases on a GMAT. It helps you a lot increase your accuracy. Otherwise, score drops, difficulty level decreases. It says what is the median. Now, median is the middle term. When you arrange the readings in order, either ascending order or descending order, the middle value is the median. If three readings are there, the second reading is the median. If there are four readings, the average of the two middle readings, that is median. What is the median of four distinct, all different? They have to be positive, they have to be odd integers, w, x, y, and z. You have to find out the median of the four all different positive odd integers. Let's understand the first statement. It says that sum of four integers, let's say w plus x plus y plus z, that is 16. So if sum is 16 of four, they have to be different, they have to be odd. So smallest odd which are positive, all different, 1, 3, 5 and 7. Let's add them. 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 7, 16. That's the only possibility to get a 16 using all different positive integers. You cannot take any other case. You cannot take this as 9. Why? Because then the sum will not be 16. It will be greater than 16. So that's the only possible case. That means the middle two readings are 3 and 5. You can easily find out the median here. First statement alone sufficient. It is giving you the median of the four all different positive integers that can be calculated. Statement 2, product of three integers w, x, y or z is 15. Now out of 4, the product of three integers is 15. How is it possible the product is 15? Using odd integers, they all have to be different. They have to be positive. Out of 4, it should have 1, 3 and 5. Three integers must be 1, 3, 5 in order to get this product as 15 out of 4. Now fourth integer we do not know. What's the fourth integer? It could be any odd integer. It could be a case of 7, it could be 9, it could be 11, it could be 13. It should be different from 1, 3, 5. It could be any odd integer which is positive and different from the remaining 3. That means the middle two readings will still be, whatever this case may be it 7, 9, 11, 13, the middle two readings will still be 3 and 5. You can easily find out the median here. Whatever the case of the fourth integer may be, the still two middle two readings are 3 and 5. Median can be calculated. Second statement sufficient. Option D is the correct answer here. Create as many cases, that helps you a lot. Leaving might give you an incorrect answer. Do not take any chance. Here, how to create cases on specifically on data sufficiency type of a question. Shall move to the next one now. Perfect. Good going, guys. Good to see. Yeah. Now let's understand the most important point. Understand the question. This should be our mind map for solving each quant question. What generally happens is you'll start solving the moment question comes. Understand each and every word of the question. That helps you increase the understanding and then strategize whether you will be using the visualization or using the options or approximating or creating the cases, then strategize and then only solve. build the right approach, that is very, very important. Concepts should be very well in place. GMAT initial questions will be easy and medium. If you get them incorrect due to the fundamentals, the overall difficulty level reduces a lot. Now, an understanding of your preparation plan. Give a diagnostic. It is there on the portal. Give a diagnostic, right? And why it's stressed so much is you know the target score. That is 645 plus or a 705. But how much is the gap here? Is it a 50-point improvement, 150-point improvement, 200 points improvement? That would decide your level of the preparation. Do not worry about the score at this point. Second step, focus on the weaker area. Let's say my weaker area comes out to be quant. So I'll invest 60% of my daily efforts on the quant and 40% on verbal. Let's say if both are coming out to be weaker, try doing 50% of both, equal amount at this point of time. Focus on the weaker areas. Medium difficulty under time. Do not do untimed practice. At this point of time, you should be doing medium level, easy level under 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, you should go up to taking 7 minutes, 10 minutes to a question. Solving that with that approach, you cannot solve that same question on the main exam using that approach. So try always doing a timed practice as compared to untimed. Difficult without time pressure does not mean 10 minutes. Take on an average 3.5 minutes at this point of time. After the required practice, that should reduce. Okay. Third step, finalize your strategy, whether you will be using the moment question comes. The strategy should be there that whether you will be using numbers, approximating, visualizing, creating cases, finalize that strategy. That's your second step from the previous slide. Medium number and harder now should be under time. So medium, you know, under 2 minutes. Harder, you should now take 3 minutes or less than that. Practice mocks, that's the last and the most important step. A lot of times, I usually discuss the score is stagnant. First mock and fifth mock. And a quick reason why it's stagnant or there is a plateau in the score. Because the mistake which is there in the first is almost similar mistake in the fifth mock. It's going to be adaptive. That's an adaptive exam. So see to it that when you give the first mock, analyze it with your faculties, analyze understand each and every mistake carefully, work on the weaker areas, then giving the second mark increases the score. Otherwise, the difficulty level almost remains the same. Why? Because the mistakes is almost of that particular level, plus minus 10 points. I've pasted a link in the chat box, giving you just 1 minute quickly, and then we'll discuss the next point. Okay. Okay. So what we'll be getting, there will be the online classes where all the fundamentals will be discussed, which are the most important thing. Practice mocks, which will be getting 2500 practice questions in the form of pre-class, post-class topic test. Workshops similar to the level of the GMAT. Strategy sessions, how to increase the score, that would be discussed here. Telegram group will be added there where you can discuss the doubts. I'll open the session for your questions and answers if you have any. Okay. If no questions, we'll stop the session here. Bye everyone. Take care and good night.